Okay, now we're rolling.
Awesome.
We got Reid Henry. So stoked to have you, dude.
Dude,
Got to watch you at Aftershock with a surprise appearance with the Rock Feed, guy, Brian.
yeah, Brian, man, my boy. Dude, you were
That
front row.
I was front row.
Sick,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
I
it
was
was a trip, dude.
I was sitting back in the media area and I was talking to Brian for a second. He's like, dude, I'm doing this thing over at I can't remember what it was called. It was like the dive bar, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you got to be over there. So I hauled ass and got front row, and then it was totally worth it. But I'll let you talk about it
Yeah,
from
it
your
was
perspective.
wild, man. Like I was saying, I travel a lot for work anyway. I've been in the music business for like 20 years now. So I'm not no stranger to touring or planes, but I was on Instagram at home and I saw Brian's story on Rockfeed. He was leaking a song from his set at the dive bar at Aftershock, and he was gonna play Porn Star Dancing. So Matt and I both reshared it, and we're like, wow, that's wild. Like, we're both huge Rockfeed fans, so it was an honor. And I talked to Matt briefly, and he's kind of like, I talked to him, and I'm gonna go sing it, man. And I was like, dude, I gotta pull up,
Yeah.
So I messaged Rockfeed, and he's like, dude, yeah. So like, it just became this thing that I could not do, but it was in a day, and I was like 2,000 miles away. So I flailed and I booked a flight, and Matt hooked me up. Thankfully, the 3 days Grace guys were amazing, and let me hang out and eat their nuts and drink their water. And and took care of us. And then we went down and smashed that and played Porn Star Dancing on stage for the first time in 12 years.
For the first time in 12 years.
Wild, man. Huge honor. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Rockfeed. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Aftershock. It was such an honor, and man, unforgettable.
I was so glad I got to be there, dude.
Yeah, very cool.
I freaking ran across. I mean, I didn't run 2,000 miles, but I ran across the venue to get there. So
yeah,
and then you were bringing the heat too. You were like standing up on the speakers, and
yeah,
that place was wild.
Right before we went on, Matt's like, I don't know, hype it up.
Hype it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Danny Wimmer was standing over in the corner too. He was rocking out, so that was badass.
We hung out a bit first. It was such an honor, man. Like I said, been doing this for a long time, so I've been fortunate to been in a bunch of bands that have played as festivals over the years, like Rock on the Range and tons of other ones. And so it's so cool to like see rock come back full circle the way it has.
Mm-hmm.
There was a long time where like I guess a lot of my friends started playing country bands and stuff, and like more power to them. I just didn't have the passion to like make it real and like make it so that it was worth doing for me. I tried, it made sense, but I just couldn't put my heart into it. And so I needed to play heavy metal, even when it wasn't cool, for a really long time.
Hell yeah.
It's fine.
I'm glad you did.
No, I don't give a fuck if it's cool. That's the music that's made me feel like most connected my whole life, growing up from like, finding CDs and tapes of like 80s bands and 90s bands to like the older I got, the more developed my taste got, and got into 2000s rock as I was growing up, and then got to be a part of that scene, which is a trip. And it's so I feel like the 2000s era is like having a moment again, which is
so cool,
wild to me, but so cool, right? Limp Bizkit's back. It's sick.
Yes,
I love it.
Well, it's funny because I've been having that conversation quite a bit lately about how rock's been taken off, especially the stuff we grew up with, and then on top of that, you guys played, that surprise appearance. So I'm curious, did that spark any type of conversation for My Darkest Days?
I can't say much. I think there's a lot going on right now, and I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't think anybody does, but
man, that'd be cool though.
Yeah, man. I think we should do whatever it takes to make it happen and bring it back. I think that music is just like, I was so young. The other guy's Matt. Obviously, Matt's band from when he was very young, and like I met them when I was like 18, and lived in a rehearsal space next to them and sang in my own band. And after a while, just like hanging out and bumming cigarettes off each other, I was teaching the guys auditioning for My Darkest Days the guitar parts. And they were, they're like, you got the gig. So that was like the start of years of touring and like my career. So I owe my career to to Matt in my darkest days and the fans. And I'm so grateful for it, and I just hope we can keep doing it.
That would be great, dude. And I will be there if it happens.
Oh hell yeah, me too.
The other thing I wanted to touch on, just because I was jamming out when I was getting ready this morning, was "Bad Drug." You got a new single out.
Yeah, man, I just can't not do it. I'm
And it
so
rocks, so
obsessed
people need to go listen to it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I just dropped Bad Drug a few weeks ago. You know, just independent release, but I love the song, and I got to work with this awesome producer, mixing engineer Chris Dawson, who's worked on Saul, helped some of the 3 Days Grace guys out with demos and personal recordings for the new record as well. Dawson's awesome, so I think that working with other people like him helps like level up what you're doing, and I'm excited by it, man. And like the way Bad Drug turned out was mind blowing. Like I think it's the best thing I've ever done as an artist. Like I've put out records, and I feel the most proud of this song and what we're gonna do next over the next little while.
Well, shoot, I'll be keeping a finger on the pulse of that. And the other thing my cousin, well, I usually have a cousin that's a co-host, but he's not here. But a thing that him and I talk a lot about is like, okay, rock's coming back. That's badass. We love it, but we feel like party rock's missing.
You're not wrong. We need party rock.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to not make party rock really bad, but it needs to be. So it's skill and a man. It's like a magic touch to make party rocks like where it really hits. I think we did it with Porn Star Dancing.
Yeah.
Like Buck Cherry, obviously our friends. Hinder, of course. So I think there's a place for it, man. I'm so with you.
Yes, and well, like did My Darkest Days was signed by Nickelback or Chad Kroeger, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're kind of they do that well, I guess.
He's such a good songwriter, man. I love Chad. He's a genius. I met him when I was like 18. Haven't seen him in forever, but I spent a bunch of time with him when I was pretty young, and so grateful for that. And like the wisdom that dude possesses is like will blow your mind. He can write. He always had songs for that. A saying that was I'm gonna totally fucking butcher it, but it's like songs for them, songs for her, songs for him, songs for us. Just like so, there's a time and a place for every type of song, and he was just he is a master at just like pivoting and like being in the space of what he's working on, and making that body of work or piece of work just perfect for what it needs to be. So in the context of party rock, of course, but it's so cool to see him just as easily flip from party rock to like making a metal banger, and it's effortless.
Yeah, so, they kind of catch a lot of heat.
Dude, I used to get into like chat arguments online with like Nickelback haters.
Really?
I don't do it anymore because I'm like 37 now, but like, fuck, dude. Yeah, of course, man. Chad was my boy, and I was just like in the comment section lurking like an idiot.
I'm gonna get in there, dude. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I threw some punches for Nickelback for sure, for Uncle Chad.
Dude, they're
still
incredible. I don't care. Like,
yeah, hell yeah, dude. And again, like that's another thing where it's like it's so cool to see that go full circle, where the internet, because I took not as much, of course, as Nickelback did, but we took my band and the music I was making took the same kind of like eye roll like slags that they took, and it's just cool to see artists standing on their toes, standing on business, and just like making the music that they believe in, and then seeing it kind of come back into the zeitgeist.
Yeah,
maybe different generation, and people also getting tired of just like how perfect some of the music that was coming out of the 2010s was, as great as a lot of it is. Like songwriting is songwriting. I love all like types of music. If a song is good, I don't care. I'm not gonna maybe fire it on the way to work or something or whatever. You know what I mean? But like, I don't. No. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I just feel like, and I'm usually wrong, but I just feel like the way things are flowing, like party rock, it's coming.
I think, yeah.
Maybe the economy's got to get better. I don't know. Is it? Once
I
it's
think
gone.
people want to party when the economy's bad too, man. People just
No,
want to
that's
party.
true. That's true.
You know, I'm here for it. Yeah, we're thinking about it. At the end of the day, like, it's funny what works. You never know, man. Like, it's like you come up with something. It's cool. Like, I'm so grateful that I've seen shit I've done pop off, and like bands I've been in that have had successful songs, like My Darkest Days, where it kind of like that song kind of pierced the skin of like eternal pop culture.
Yes.
You know, 15 years later, and people are still banging it in the strip club. It's wild.
That is cool. Well, and I think Rockfeed, like, props to him because I
Huge.
swear he's brought like a couple of these bands back by himself, like
Busted. Literally,
single-handedly.
man. Dude's a legend. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we're
and the
so
nicest
stoked.
guy ever.
Of course, yeah, 100%. Pretty wild, man. It's been a trip. I hope yeah, I'm going to play some shows as, like, I don't know. I have had so many bands that it just, when I started releasing music recently, I was like, man, people are gonna think I'm an asshole if I just put this out under my own name. Like, whatever. It is what it is. Like, maybe I won't do it forever. Maybe I'll start another band again. But I'm gonna tour with some friends and play some songs, and do some Canada, US dates. Probably not Europe this time around, unfortunately, but definitely North America. And yeah, see where that goes. In the meantime,
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna ask. What
hell yeah, yeah, I
you've
miss
done.
it, man. I haven't been playing a lot. I had my son 7 years ago and took a bunch of time off the road and just like started trying to, like, you know be a good dad, and I think you can do both. And at the time, I wasn't able to manage it, but I think I can now.
Man, I love it was Winds of Plague. I interviewed him and they had like all their little kids running around, and
Oh,
it's just cool that that's in the media artist area and there's kids running like
literal
it's just
dad rock,
wholesome.
bro.
I
It's
love it. Yeah.
literal dad rock.
I think
Yeah,
it's great.
yeah,
So, I
it's
mean,
different.
yeah, you could totally do it, and I mean, after jamming Bad Drug a few times today, I'm like, let's
Thanks,
go.
man.
Let's do some more of this shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I think it's a lot heavier than what My Darkest Days music will make. I think maybe not. I definitely bring that element to it. You know, I was probably more of a metalhead than the rest of them, but you know, not that we like the other guys are just like huge rock and roll fans and like 2000s rock and hard rock and stuff. But like, I always came from like really grindy 2000s scene bands that, and I learned a lot from those guys because they were more focused on melody and songwriting, which later, like, now I'm a huge geek. I love it. But, you know, back then, I think I was just more focused on the energy, like, and that hardcore music has such a strong energy that I think when you're a dumb punk kid, you're just like really attracted to. It's very appealing. But the
What?
older I've gotten, the more I want to incorporate that in as well, and like kind of be true to myself as a writer, kind of bringing in influences of shit I listened to as a kid, and
Yeah,
still do.
I can hear that. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of runs the gamut. There's all sorts of sounds that I can recognize.
Yeah, trying to be like modern, you know. But I've been mixing electronic music for a long time, and which is amazing. I've been able to just kind of like stay true to what I want to do musically, and then kind of like, still do well. It's chill. But as a result, I'm exposed to all of this D&B and hardstyle and electronic music that's just like not something I would reach for, but it's kind of cool to get exposed to shit that you aren't going to be like, going for or trying to expose yourself to. It's like, and in a way, it's helped shape me as an artist and a musician as well. So I'm grateful for it.
Cool that all those tools are like so available now.
Yeah,
Like you don't have to have
people.
this $1 billion studio.
Exactly, man. I think it's a huge win. People talk about whether it's bad or good, and it's like, man, it's so good. Like, you can make a studio recording without getting out of bed now, and like, it
I
takes a
love that
lot of
part.
skill, and a lot of effort still. But like, you can, and you never could when I was coming up, dude. You had a cassette player, you can make a bad sounding demo, You know, like
Yeah.
that's kind of it. Whereas now it's like it's limitless. I think that but it's harder in some ways for sure. I don't negate that, but I don't know, man.
It's like
You
I
know,
was talking to some of the Hollywood Undead guys about this, and like the business side, it's
hmm
hard for musicians now because you have to be a content creator, you have to
yeah,
know the business side, and you're kind of locked in your own studio. So you're creating all the things that they used to have teams of people do. Now it's just like on a
but
guy.
all the people who did it well back then had to do that too. That's the hot take. If you were succeeding back then, maybe you weren't like to the level it is now, but like, man, the lead singers in those 80s rock bands were on it. Like, or somebody in the band was like on it. Because otherwise you were, and not necessarily like there were, it's just that without being that on it, you weren't going to be the master of your own domain. You were just kind of on the boat getting, shipped around. Um, Whereas now I think, and a lot of artists like the greats, I think had the most artistic control, or the ones that had the most artistic control were the ones that ended up as the greats because they saw that the power to influence your brand and your business was the power to influence your future. So it's
Mm.
like if you ignore that and just focus on, getting drunk and, fucking girls or something, then like you're gonna miss, if it all goes to shit and it's not your fault.
Yeah.
I feel like that's worse.
That is kind of the hot take, I think. They were like
You know?
brand focused
Yeah,
still,
exactly,
even though
dude.
it was
This, like, Gene Simmons, like that dude's on his game, dude. Like,
yeah.
and there's a lot of examples of dudes like that back then that were like, maybe they didn't have the technology we do now, but they were just as dialed. You know.
What else what else did you get to do at After? Did you get to catch some bands while you were at Aftershock, or were you
Dude, I
playing?
saw like every one of my favorite bands in the span of a weekend. That festival's incredible. I'm at festivals all the time. I think Danny Wimmer's festivals are the best in the world. It's wild.
They are, dude. And Aftershock vibe wise is one of my favorite
So
of all
sick.
time.
Very cool, man. I felt it's like you get there and you immediately feel like a community. It's like a heavy metal
Yeah.
hippies in a way. Like everybody's like looking out for each other and like, it's
So
a cool vibe.
you were there the whole weekend.
I was, yeah. I flew in and just chilled, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so grateful for them for having me, and it was fucking awesome.
Me too.
Yeah,
They
yeah. Very
I'm
cool.
with you there because they let us come in and cover it, and
Cool.
without that, I don't know if we'd have a podcast. So
That's
same.
fucking rad, dude. Yeah, it was sick. Bring Me the Horizon set is like next level. I think that I'm a huge fan, so to see that was like, and Manson sounded awesome. So great to see him killing it. Grew up on those
Oh, yeah.
records. It was it was sick, man. The whole festival. 3 Days Grace, the set was like myself and my friend Ted Bruner hung out, kind of just like out in front in the pit and just watched the
Nice.
show. Yeah, it
Hell
was
yeah.
awesome, man. I haven't seen a 3 Days Grace show in the pit in a long time, so it was pretty cool.
Dude, that
Yeah.
makes me stoked. I was like, you're probably up there side stage, but no, he's in
No,
the
not
pit.
for
He's in
them.
the pit.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Well,
in the
Matt's
pit
like,
for
go listen
Corn,
out front.
which was cool.
It's like, yeah, I guess I should listen out front. I always watch them side stage or like wherever, like sometimes at front house, but yeah, we were deep into people, dude. We were fucking like past surfing people, and it was awesome.
Dude, there's really no other experience quite like the pit, though. I
100%,
have to
bro.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still get in there, but dude,
Yeah, I'm old now. I'm like, fuck.
I'm good for like one pit
Yeah.
exposure for the weekend. My knee starts clicking and stuff.
I'm right there with you, man. Although I feel pretty good. I'm like, and I think the more active I get in terms of like playing and touring, I think like as a singer, I just climb shit and without
That's
a high production value, I just try to give people the most memorable show I can, and like connect with people, but also like kind of just surf on the energy. And a lot of the songs I make are kind of dark or heavy, so it's like, kind of cathartic to get shit out. I think it connects.
Yeah,
So,
when you were singing at Rock or Aftershock, I was like, I almost went dad mode. I was like, should you be up there? That looks dangerous. That looks
yeah,
dangerous.
oh yeah, yeah. I definitely pushed the envelope, but you know, I try to kind of like be aware of the edge at least, you know, it's like where you're gonna, whether it's climbing something or fuck, I don't know, jumping off shit, just punk rock shit, you know, I don't know, try to bring an energy of danger. I think that's what's missing with a lot of the shows that I've seen, at least over the past 10 years, is just like there's no element of, or there's less of a focus of an element on authenticity or fucking danger. And that's kind of what made rock and roll cool. You know, when everything gets so fucking safe and like tuned, and it's just like, it's not cool anymore. When it might fuck up, that's when it's interesting. You know?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the speaker teeter, and I'm like, let's go, dude. This is awesome.
I'll fall off a speaker. Fuck yeah, man. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. You don't die. You know?
Oh, that's rad. What do you like? What do you nerd out on? Because me and Tim are nerds. We like dress up.
Oh, I'm a huge nerd, man. Yeah,
we
for
like
sure.
to dress up as Bigfoot at some of these.
Sick.
What are your thoughts on Bigfoot?
Oh man, yeah. There's a lot of trees out there, man.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of trees, bro. I don't know. I haven't seen one, so can't confirm. Cannot confirm. I am in the Pacific Northwest at the moment, though.
Is that where you live?
I do. I live in Calgary right now. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, but I'm living out in Calgary, doing a thing.
Gorgeous.
So sick, man. Out near Banff, and you know, I'm traveling a lot right now, working with other artists and helping younger artists. So it's cool to like get back from tour and be like in Banff.
That's amazing. We're in Idaho, so it's kind of similar. But...
yeah, 100%, man. I love Idaho. Very beautiful.
It's pretty.
Yeah, knitting. Shout out to Knitting Factory.
Hell yeah.
Knitting Factory. I've had 2 birthdays there in Boise.
What?
Yeah. There's one where Matt and the guys made me do a shot after every song, and I don't remember what happened after.
Oh no.
I was like 23. Yeah, my 23rd birthday. I don't remember about after 11:30 p.m.
Dude, it's weird. Everybody has an Idaho story when like no one even knows about it. It's cool.
Fuck. Yeah. I don't think I've ever talked about that. It's not, you know, something I drop in the first 30 seconds of radio. I don't know if I've ever gotten into that one. We had some good times. Fuck.
Yeah, Knitting Factory is a cool little venue. That's badass.
Yeah. Yeah, and just like I think that, you know, there's parts of the country that get a ton of shows, and then parts of the country that don't get them as often. And when you play those places, I feel like it hits a little different because the people there appreciate it just that much more. Because they, you know, or it feels like that's the energy off the crowd.
Dude, that's totally us over here. It's like we don't get a lot of shows, so when we do, it's a big deal.
Pops, dude. Yeah, it's so fun. I love that shit.
Even if it's not like the hugest turnout, like it's gonna be rowdy. Like people are gonna be excited to be there.
Yeah. It is that's like such a challenge for artists when they're coming up playing those empty rooms, man. I've done it, but it's been a while, thankfully. But you know, doing that and just trying to like, you know, I think that was through Deadset Society, man. Like we just got in a van and went, and like I think it's just such a head trip to like focus on not letting the room you're playing dictate your value. Of just being true to the show and true to yourself and just doing your fucking best every time. And the better it gets, the more exciting it gets. And we grew it from like literally playing 5 people to then like within a year we had a song at number 3 on Octane.
Hell yeah.
Huge part with Matt and Kayla Riley and all the people at Octane, Vinny. But fuck, man, like just seeing that go inspired me to be like, I think like I can do this again. Cause like we did it then, you know, from scratch with no label. So that's why I put out Bad Drug.
It's kind of crazy that this is sidebar maybe, but like a satellite floating in the air still has like the reach and the pole. I don't know. That's a weird thought. Sorry.
Yeah, no, true,
like,
man.
When there's the internet, but it is like Sirius XM still got it. Octane.
Man, they have such a fucking community of people that listen to Octane. I love it. I've like, you know, probably since 2016, 2017, I'm listening to Octane when I can. It's such a scene, man. It's such a fucking vibe to like have, you know, so many people all around the world dialed into one thing. Test drive is just so cool. And I think what they do with new artists is fucking incredible. It's so important to the industry.
I need to get back. I don't have a sub anymore.
Yeah. Oh man, it's worth it for sure.
I always see Jose though. He's always at the things,
Yep,
and
legend.
like one of the nicest guys on earth too.
Smoked a joint with him once in New York City on a roof.
No
I
way.
think it was probably the Sirius XM roof because MDD did some stuff with it.
Hell yeah. I don't have any cool stories like that. I think I like fist bumped him and was like, I like you.
Yeah,
You're cool.
that's a pretty cool story.
Oh yeah. It was cool.
Yeah, he's a
Well,
dope
cool,
guy.
dude. I don't want to keep you all day, but what do you got anything else you want to talk? Like, got anything coming up you want to talk about?
Well, I think right now I'm just trying to kind of get shit lined up for 2026. I want to try and get a couple more songs out before then, and been talking to a lot of friends from old rock bands, putting tours together. So I'm excited to. I'll have some announcements soon, and it looks like we'll be playing some shows. So
Well, sweet.
look
I'm
to see you
following
there.
you. I'm I'm following you, so I'll be reposting that stuff.
Thank you so much, and thanks again for rocking out with us at Aftershock, man. What a trip!
Dude, that was so fun. I
Fuck yeah.
know. I'm so glad I made it over there. I had to run my ass off, but it was so worth it. And
Hell
then
yeah.
just like the whole room singing like the early 2000s, I don't know, like Creed. We were just jamming
Wild, man.
there, Limp Biscuit.
Yeah.
And then to end it with you guys
Mm-hmm.
singing, dude.
Fuck.
That was incredible. I left there being like, I guess I could just go home. I think that was like that
And thank you.
that pretty much wraps it up for me.
Yeah, it was like I spent the rest of the weekend processing it, man. It was
Well,
so
see, and
cool.
I was surprised because I didn't know you were gonna be there. He just said
Mm.
something. He's like he brought up the song, and then he's like, "I'm gonna have a special guest." He wasn't even spilling the beans to me. You know, he's just like, "It's gonna be
Woo.
worth it, dude.
He
It's gonna
kept
be
it tight,
worth
man.
it." I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
"All
why I didn't
right,
post anything about it because Brian was keeping it like Rockfeed was keeping it so quiet that I was like, all right, well, let's a little bit, but I think some people figured it out. But
yeah." He was teasing it pretty good, but I didn't know. And I talked to him maybe like an hour or two before he headed over there. I don't know. It was badass.
well, I'm glad we pulled it off, man. It was fucking threading the needle, but it was so worth it.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate the fuck out of you for that, and thanks for walking me around out there.
Yeah, man.
Looks
It's,
beautiful.
maybe I'll take the Ferris wheel next.
Dude, take some
Probably
pictures.
not. Probably not. But,
Take-
but fuck yeah, thank you for having me, brother.
yeah, and we'd love to have you back on too when you maybe drop a single or
Hell yeah, dude. Anytime. I'll be
whatever.
back.
Yeah, man, for sure. Maybe I can get Tim here. I don't know.
Yeah. There you go. He'll pull up.
He had his kid's soccer game, so I'm not
I
that
get.
mad at him.
That's cool. Well, I'm grateful to talk to you, and man, hopefully the next time we're talking, I'll have tour dates.
Dude, let's go, and I'll be there.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
take care, man.
I will say, hold on just a second. Let me stop this. It's gonna want to upload for a second, I think.